All right, who do we have here? We have a 2163 rated player, and we are playing with the black pieces. Let's see what my opponent starts with. Okay, opponent is going with the queen's pawn opening, so he might be getting hit with some London system. Some queens can be declined, and the London system it is. Okay, I think I want to bring my knight out. At some point, I'm going to play a move like this. If I go here now, am I worried? Not really. I think I prefer to play this move first. And putting the bishop here is actually a move. Opponent is going for the chop over London. Opponent is hoping I play a move like this. And after I play a move like this, oopsies, opponent lands the knight here. And it is GG's. So what do we do here? Capturing here comes to mind. But playing a move like this, I also like. Just bringing my bishop out. Opponent doesn't have a queen moving here, so I have nothing to worry about because this pawn is blocking the queen. But if the queen could go here, that's a move I have to keep an eye on. But in this position, the queen can't go there. I'm looking at playing a move like this and trying to trade this evil bishop out. A move like this now does absolutely nothing for my opponent. Because if opponent goes here, they're threatening to go here, but then I can just play a move like this and the knight defends here. And I think I'm just chilling. All right, I think I want to play a move like this. Let's go here first. And then a move like this. Maybe I trade here first. I think I want to trade here first before I go here. If opponent captures with a knight, I just move my bishop back. Let's go here first. Hopping the knight here comes to my opponent's mind. Okay, opponent doesn't do any of that. Opponent decided to hit me with this pin. Pin is quite nasty, but I think I can play a move like this. I'm fine. All right, let's play this move for one reason. I don't want any evil piece landing here and being a menace. Okay, so now this is my plan. Let the knight hold on to each other's hands. And where do I move to? I'm looking at going here. Put pressure here. But do I worry about a move like this? Then I'm looking at going here. Put pressure here. While also keeping an eye here. Opponent push pawn forward. A move like this should win me a pawn. Yes, it should. Okay, so let's say I go here now. What is my opponent likely going to play here? I'm already looking at a move like this, which I don't think I dislike. I don't think I dislike that move. So let's go here. Also, I'm staying away from this pin before it becomes something nasty, before it turns out to be something very nasty. Capturing here comes to mind, but as if my opponent plays this move, but that's a way to just lose material because opponent can capture here and this is defended. Opponent goes here. I think I prefer a move like this. If I go here, opponent has this move at the long line, but not at the moment. Not at the moment. So let's say I go here, or if I capture here, opponent can capture the queen, and if I go here, that's not looking too. Okay, so let's say I go here. Opponent captures here, I capture here. Opponent should be winning material. So let's say I go here. If opponent captures here, I'm tempted to just capture here. And this under attack, and opponent has to decide what they are doing with it. But I'll be leaving my opponent with the bishop pair. But not only the bishop pair would I be leaving my opponent with. I'll be leaving my opponent down a couple of pawns, I believe. Down a couple of pawns. That cannot be bad. All right. It can't be bad, but just making sure it is not bad. Okay. What if I go here and opponent plays this move? That's how I trap my queen, guys. That's exactly how I trap my queen. A move like this just does nothing aside from lose material. So let's play this move first. If I had gone here and opponent plays this move, my queen is trapped. Wow. Let's go here. But now if my opponent allows me capture here now, if they try to play a move like this, I can just come back here. That's a queen, not a bishop. And I have nothing to worry about. Also, I could just go capture here and I'm fine. So opponent cannot let me capture here now, and opponent realizes they cannot do that. Alright, a move like this comes to my mind. Just watching out, is there anything I should worry about? Probably not. Alright, but doubling up there does not seem to be the best way to go. If I go here, opponent has this move that I'm not a big fan of. What if I go here? Oh, I think I can go here. If opponent goes here, I can just capture here. Yes, let's go here. And if opponent push pawn forward, I think I like that. I like that. This pawn becomes a weakness. This pawn is a target. My opponent has like 2-minute time advantage here. We should count for something. 2-minute time advantage is a lot, but I still have a lot of time here. Alright, let's double up here. It feels like I can capture here, and after my opponent captures here, I capture here. The problem is that my queen is going to be hanging in the long line. In that long line, my queen would be hanging. A move like this comes to mind. Move does nothing aside from lose a pawn. At the right time, I should play a move like this. For one, it fixes my back rank issues. I do not have to worry too much about getting hit with back rank checkmate. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Have I gotten my piece trapped? That's a question we should be asking. I really want to capture here. I'm just trying to resist the urge to not do that immediately and get into trouble. So I capture here. If opening plays this move, I just capture the queen. I capture here. Where's the queen going? My rook does not really have a lot of squares to move into. That's something I'm noticing. But let's go here. I think I like the move. Okay, for a moment I thought opening would be doing that. Now I feel like going to capture here. Does absolutely nothing for me. Let's go here. Sacking here does nothing. Let's go here. Opening sacks here, that's good news for me. Sacking here does absolutely nothing. So opening has to move away. And where are they moving to? Maybe they capture here and I just capture here. If they move here, I have moves like this. That's just devastating. I should be picking up material. Oh, shh. Opening also wants a queen trade. Why do you want a queen trade? A move like this comes to mind. That's a move that does absolutely nothing for me. Opening wants a queen trade and then they ruin my pawn structure. So if I capture here, opening captures here. Not seeing what I get there. I'm really not seeing what I get there. So if I go here, opening can capture my queen. Let's move, guys. Let's move. Opening can trade the queens and then ruin my pawn structure here. And well, for my troubles, I have a pawn. For my troubles, I have a pawn. Also, this is a threat. That's a threat. I'm also threatening to just play a move like this. For my trouble, I'm up a pawn, so maybe it should count for something. I also have ideas of playing a move like this and grabbing myself yet another pawn. The moment I grab that pawn, opponent can grab opponent can grab themselves another pawn. Also, this is an idea, capturing here and then capturing here. Right? I think we capture here. My opponent captures here, then I capture here. I have to watch out because this is hanging. I don't think I should worry about it now. It's not at the moment. If I push pawn forward here, opponent moves in knight. Where are they moving it to? I think I prefer this move. Let's just go here. I think that's a stronger move. Now I'm up 2 pawns. Also, ideas of sacking here and still capturing here comes to mind. But that idea still lingers. If opponent goes here now, whoosh, don't tell me I missed that. Alright, I think I am going to capture here. Opponent is saying justice, I'm going to be losing a pawn, but on my way out, I'm grabbing a pawn. But the problem is at the end of the long line, I'm grabbing myself this pawn. And who is laughing now? I'm looking at playing a move like this and trying to double up here. I'm up 2 pawns. And I go here, which I'm tempted to play. This is my opponent going. Before I defend this, I would have loved to just play a move like this and try to double up my pawns on the 7th rank. But I don't think I want to lose this pawn, at least not like that. Let's go here. If opponent push pawn, I'm going to push pawn. And if I can support my pawn this way, I have a protected pass pawn. Opponent has the time advantage here, but there is there is a lot to calculate. There is a lot. This is not the easiest position for my opponent to win. All right, I need to move. I need to keep moving. Let's go. A move like this I like, but a move like that does absolutely nothing for me. So a move like this, I don't think I do not like. Also like a move like this, opponent can just move away. Opponent doesn't want any trade here. Trading anything here is GG's for my opponent. Opponent simply dislike all trades. A move like this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at planting my knight here. Let the knight be a nuisance. A move like this, I think I can land a check here, and I'm just going to get trading. I really want to trade like that. Alright, after thinking, opponent is saying justice. I don't want that. Where do I put my knight now? I need to move. I need to move. Opponent wants to flag me. A move like this comes to mind. Opponent wants to flag me. That's my opponent's game plan. And that's a simple game plan that if I'm not paying attention, can cost me the game. Opponent has like ×2 of my time. Let's go. Check here comes to mind, but I have this move. Move like this. I'm looking at going for this pawn immediately. Wish I could trade this knight. It will be GG's for my opponent. And move like this and trying to escort my pawn. So reasonable. So activating my king cannot be bad. Opponent can try going for my pawns here. Move like this comes to mind. Opponent can land a check here. Let's see. Move like this comes to mind and I'm trying to pick this pawn up. Knight can go here. Whoosh. And I have to play a move like this. If the knight goes here, The opponent goes there. I think I have this move. If opponent defends here, probably move like this. Check here, I just allowed with my last move. Guys, I'm just trying to play fast and not get flagged. But if only I could trade this knight. I'm looking for ways to trade the knight. I'm not seeing. I now have a pass pawn, yeah? Now have a pass pawn. This is just a pass pawn. Opponent plays this move. I think I can capture here. And then try to go for this pawn. Oh. Opponent is trying to maintain the time advantage. The guy's game plan is it's crazy and simple. Flag my opponent. That's my opponent's game plan. Flag my opponent. The opponent is thinking whether to push his pawn forward. I think my king is on time. I'm able to play moves like this. And if they push the pawn forward, then I have 3 pass pawns. That's going to be decisive. That should be decisive 10 times out of 10. The check here just gets me closer to my destination. My goodness me. So I thought, but I'm losing this pawn. Oh, I can't do that. Yes. Where am I going? Check here, I don't have. Oh, shh. Opponent is maintaining the time advantage. Opponent is making sure to keep the time advantage rolling. Threatening to go here. So, threat. Check here comes to mind. Does absolutely nothing for me. Move like this, I like. Opponent can go here. Then I think I have a move like this, and I should be grabbing this pawn. What an endgame grind. An endgame grind. I have no time. I have no time to think. If I capture here, opponent captures here. Don't have anything. Let's push pawn. I have 33 seconds. I need to I need to end this game. I need to finish this game somehow. And the opponent has ideas of sacking the knight for the 2 pawns if I allow it. If I allow it, opponent has such an idea. Sack the knight for the 2 pawns. Not something I should allow. The knight is trapped. Opponent's knight cannot move anywhere except here. Yeah. Maybe opponent captures here. I do not mind. Move like this. Winning. I have 20 seconds here. Isn't that checkmate? That's checkmate. Let's see what happened in this game. That right there was an end game grind. And I was never in trouble in the game. But in the end game, it was a tricky end game. In the end game, there was a point I blundered and the position was equal. I played with 83.3% accuracy. Opponent played with 76. Let's quickly see what happened in the game. Opponent went for the London system, and this is what I like to play whenever I'm faced with the London system. That's a mistake. Bringing the bishop out is a mistake. Why is it a mistake? And it just allows my opponent some advantage. Let's quickly learn something there. Okay, opponent has to go knight. Opponent has to capture here first. Okay, maybe then hold on to the pawn. All right. But opponent did not do any of that. A lot of misses, guys. A lot of misses. Wow, everything here was just inaccuracy from the beginning to the end. Okay, I traded there and brought my piece here. I thought I should have some brilliant move here because at some point I was sacking something left, right, center. Yes, that was the best move there. That was the only move that gives the advantage. Did I find the best move here? Yes. Yes. And just like that, I'm up a pawn. Was sacking there good? That's an inaccurate move. Was it because of what my opponent played? Not really. Not really. So instead of capturing here, what would have been a best good response from my opponent? Okay, going back this way. Can't I just go back here? Oh, it makes sense because now if my opponent captures here, this is going to be under attack. Oh, shit, it makes sense. No, I think the best move for me would be to capture here, and after I move like this, capture here. I think that would be the best move for me. But instead, the opponent counter sacrifice, and just like that, I'm up 2 pawns. But This was not the easiest game to win. Opponent had all the time advantage here. At this point, opponent has almost times 2. Not almost, I think more than, okay, around times 2 of my time. And I was trying to play fast because my opponent game plan here is simple. Play fast and I'm already lost. Just play fast and win. That's my opponent's game plan. So where did I make the mistake that led to the position being equal? That was a mistake. The opponent find a good move. Now the position is just equal. This is a tricky position. Equal but very tricky. It was equal but very tricky. And it was a long endgame grind. And it was equal again here. That was not the best move for my opponent. So what's the best move? Ouch. What if I go here? So opponent repeating. What if I go here then? Oh, guys, do you see why the move is bad? The moment I go here, opponent has this move. And they're able to capture here. And if I go back, opponent can just continue to repeat. Okay, now I see why the position was equal. I had like 30-something seconds here. At this point, I had just 30-something seconds here. So I was trying to play fast. But now I just did not... when I see the advantage finally now, I just did not let it go. And that's checkmate. Let's quickly get another game started. Okay, we have a 2080 rated player here. 2081. Playing with the white pieces. Let's go with the king's pawn opening. Opponent is going for the Sicilian. Let me play the Morra Gambit against my 2000 rated opponent. Let's see what my opponent knows about this Gambit. I've also started exploring the, what is it called? The ala pin in this position, but against a 2000 rated player, I think I should be able to get away with playing Morra Gambit. So yeah. I think I'll prefer a move like this. This bishop does not seem to be doing anything here, so I think I may want to put a bishop here. Also, a move like this comes to my mind. I'm trying to land a check here, which I do not think my opponent would like to see on the board. Opponent would not like to see that check on the board. What if I still proceed to land my knight here? Okay, that move is bad now, I think. That's what I believe. Maybe not as bad as I want it to be, because after I move like this, can't I just land this check? Can't I land the check? What if opponent plays some kind of move, let's say like this, and just capture, and at the end, still land my check? If I capture here, opponent captures my rook, so I can't allow the rook to be captured like that. But that might be a line I should explore. Right, I think I like this check. Here's opponent going. I wish I could open up some kind of attack here. I don't have. The end of the long line. I'm looking at going for this pin. Maybe opponent captures here, and after I capture here, opponent goes here. But then my queen can go here. That's it. Yes, my queen can go. Okay, not my queen. My queen is no longer available for that role. If I capture here, opponent captures here, then I go here. That looks reasonable. But if I capture here, I suspect my opponent is going to be capturing the bishop, nothing else. Let's go here first. Opponent is likely going to capture here. But if they capture here, I'm able to capture here. And I have an eye here. And I guess I should be fine. Okay, opponent captures here. If I capture here, opponent captures here. Don't tell me I'm making blunders. I can capture here. And if opponent captures here, I can go grab here. Except my opponent can capture here first. But if they capture there first, I think I can land a checkmate here. Yes, I can land a checkmate here. One good thing here is that opponent cannot castle. And because my opponent cannot castle, there is a challenge here. There is a challenge here because my opponent cannot castle. The challenge being that this rook is not joining the game anytime soon. That's one of the challenge. Opponent can try to play a move like this, but opponent just sacks there. I think I'm okay with just playing this. Opponent can capture here first, but then I can capture here. Also, this is a move this is a piece waiting to be captured. Also, that's a piece waiting to be captured. Opponent captures here. I have this check for one. Right? At the end of the line, opponent is giving me material. Who am I to say no? Who am I to say no to free material? Who am I to say no? And if we are getting the queens traded, I think this is a job well done for me. If the queens are leaving the board, yes, I'm not complaining. That's a pawn I do not want to lose. If I continue to hold on to the pawn, let's say I go here. Alright. Looks like opponent is infiltrating this way, and I'm going here. So what if opponent goes here instead? I'm up 3 points of material, which is the exchange. I'm up the exchange. No, not the exchange. I think opponent has a million pawns. That's why it feels like there's nothing really going on here. Let's go here. One of my plan is just to go here and try to pick, pick some pawns up. I have a rook, a rook. Okay. Okay, opponent has two extra pawn, I guess. How many pawns? Why am I confused? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, opponent has some extra pawns here. So one thing I have to do here is get the pieces traded, which is not going to be an easy task. Get the pieces traded. Move like this comes to mind, except it does absolutely nothing for me. Let's go here. The king is a piece in an end game. That's what they say. Okay, have to watch out, guys. Have to watch out. Knight is full of tricks. Trickster. Opponent can grab here, but that will be me trading. If opponent captures here, I'm going to sack here. Opponent can sack here, but then I capture here, and at the end of the line, I have a rook. Even though opponent has some extra pawn, I have a rook. This simplification should be winning for me. Opponent has a million pawns, guys. Opponent has a million pawns. I need to find a way to stop my opponent's pawns from running. Let's go here. Those pawns are running, guys. Those pawns I talked about might be running. Just have to not panic here and I should be fine. A move like this comes to my mind already. Yes. That might allow my opponent another pawn, but my rook is having an open file to work with. It's going to be crazy if I end up losing this one. Going to be crazily crazy. So if I go capture here, opponent goes here, I go here. Maybe I should not have captured here. Just maybe. I'm looking at cutting off my opponent's king and then trying to just push my pawn forward. That's something I'm looking at. An opponent's king cannot really come close. Opponent push pawn, I go back. Let's cut off the king and then try to start rolling our pawn. Looks like my pawn should be faster. That's what it looks like. Looks like my pawn should be faster. And maybe at the right time I can just sack my rook. I think at the right time I can sack my rook. Some of my opponents pass pawns. What about a check here? So let's say I give a check here. The king is forced away. And then I capture here. If opponent push pawn forward, I can go here. If opponent tries to support it, wow. So let's say I land a check here. If I do nothing, opponent push pawn forward. Okay, the moment opponent push pawn forward again. Okay. Let's say I do nothing and just push my pawn forward. Opponent push pawn forward. I push pawn forward. If opponent push pawn forward, it does nothing. If opponent push pawn forward here, and just queen. Yes, sometimes sometimes the best move is just not trying to complicate things. I was looking at the check here, force the king away and just capture here. But I think a simple move like this should win me the game. My king is positioned very well. My rook is doing a very good job here. Opponent tries to queen with just a pawn. My rook can always capture. And if opponent plays a move like this, I'm not bothered. I'm just not bothered. The opponent finally found the resign button. What a game. Let's quickly see what happened here. Wow. I played that with 92.5% accuracy. Opponent played it 82.1. I was never in trouble. I seized the advantage and I ran with it. I was never in trouble. And there was no point in time where I gave up the advantage. Let's quickly see what happened in the game. I started the game with e4. An opponent simply went for the Sicilian defense. And the 2300 rated players have actually messed with me whenever I play the Smith-Morra Gambit. So I've started looking at playing some other lines like the Alapin defense, the Rosolimo Sicilian. I've been exploring some other lines. But when I'm playing someone that is 2100, I think I can still get away with playing the Smith-Morra Gambit. And I went for it. The Smith-Morra Gambit it is. But my opponent played it in kind of a way I do not usually face. But I was able to find some of the best moves. Strike here, develop here. Where was my opponent's mistake? Okay, that was the best good move from me. That is centralizing the knight here was a good move, but my opponent responded bad. Thought that was good. Engine is saying justice. What are you doing? But what my opponent played next was not really the best move because I landed a check here. Now my opponent's king is stuck on the center of the board. That is the beginning of my opponent's problems. And because the king is stuck on the center of the board, there's no easy way to make use of this rook. And then I strike with this move. The engine kind of agrees with the move. Opponent traded here and then sacked the rook. I grabbed the rook, but this is already completely losing for my opponent. Opponent captured here, I captured here. If opponent grabs this piece, If opponent grabs this piece, I can grab a piece here and I should be fine. And if opponent tries to play a move like this, I can still grab a piece here and just a big trade. But my opponent has 2 extra pawns here for all of their trouble, and those pawns, they started merging at some point, and my opponent captured here. I realized the move I played allowed my opponent to capture here, but I was simplifying. I was just simplifying, but at some point I was scared. I thought these pawns are going to take my opponent to victory, but then I was able to find the best continuations. And was my decision to capture this pawn actually good? Because I decided to capture here, the best move, cut the king off, the best move, and then just get my pawns rolling. At some point, I was thinking maybe go here and capture here. I was thinking of some kind of complication, but then I reverted to default justice many times. The simple moves on the board win the games. We have a pass pawn. What do we do with the pass pawn? We run away with the pass pawn, and then I push the pawn forward. Opponent push their pawn forward. I push my pawn forward, and opponent found the resign button. So guys, if you have made it this far into the video, please do not forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this.